Possession versus practice. These players have uncanny athletic ability. Much of their talent is a form of tacit knowledge built into their genetic makeup. However, their talents become explicit when they practice together and learn from one another. Each team possesses knowledge as a commodity in their own plays and in what they've seen the other team do. Learning and knowledge management. There are several types of feedback that induce learning. The 4 types are intrinsic, extrinsic, concurrent, and delayed feedback. All of these take part during the match. Here's an example of extrinsic feedback where the crowd is cheering for the players for playing the game well. Through feedback, the team learns what works and what does not and can capitalize on that to win more matches. Knowledge-intensive firms and knowledge management. There are several levels within the organization of the rugby match where knowledge must be managed. At the top are the team owners, followed by the teams themselves, and then the athletes. Each group has its own community with its own leaders, which will inevitably fall into conflict with one another, which is why knowledge management can sometimes be difficult.
Have transformed themselves and the game and the crowd. They take the lead. All around the world, every boy, every girl's got one shot. Believers, let me hear you shout.
Motivation, power, politics, and conflict. In a rugby game, the team is like an organization, with thoughts, feelings, and emotions. The coach is taken to the manager of a company, who has power over the players and whose job is to motivate and lead the team to success. Additionally, one or more players on a team may be leaders, usually veteran players acting as mentors to younger players. These players are extremely important to the power structure of the team. Healthy conflict and scrimmage within the team is encouraged to help players grow and develop. Human resources management in knowledge work. Rugby can be thought of as knowledge work, and the players as knowledge workers under the practice-based view of knowledge management. Like the manager of an organization, the manager of a rugby team is responsible for the dissemination of knowledge among the players. Additionally, the coaches and staff provide a network of support for players to turn to within the organization for any issues they may have. Networks and boundary spanners. In a rugby match, the referees represent boundary spanners. They create a boundary around the match and between the two teams, and ensure fair play between the two sides. At the same time, the teams make up different networks, and it is possible to learn from these different networks.
Status on your front page, but there's no comment you can leave to change my mind. You're a student at the College of the Ivy, or filling up a pop machine with high C.
Technology. Although rugby is a very physical sport, there are many important technological aspects to the game. Knowledge is shared by fans across the globe using communication technology. Like never before, fans can watch the game in real time no matter where they are, and share content and statistics among friends and other fans instantaneously. Additionally, there are huge databases of rugby statistics that are analyzed by players and coaches, as well as by fans and the media. Innovation and knowledge creation. Innovation and knowledge creation is likened to practice and workouts that take place before a rugby match. Like anything worth doing, playing the game of rugby at a high level requires many hours of practice and dedication. For a team, it is especially important to practice together. The coach acts as a facilitator of the practices, passing on knowledge, strategies, and plays the team will need to execute during the match.
Are we scared to stand out from the crowd? Make a difference in our own town. If we stay silent with our voices now, the rocks will...
Knowledge loss. Knowledge loss can be one of the most difficult things to face as a player of any sport, and rugby is no exception. As a player ages, he may no longer be able to play the game at the same high level, and this represents unintentional knowledge loss. Equally important for the rugby player is intentional knowledge loss, that is, knowing when to retire from the game when it is appropriate for the player and his team, and mentally and physically unlearning the routines and skills used during a rugby career. Thank you for watching our presentation on the metaphor of knowledge as a rugby match.